Before we start, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more video updates. In this lesson we're going to understand the different parts of animal and plant cells as well as their functions. We're going to learn why is the cell the basic and structural unit of all organisms. Cell theory states that all organisms are made of cells. The cell is the basic unit of life in all living things. All cells come from existing cells. These are formulated by German scientists Theodor Schwann in 1810 to 1822, Matthias Sliden in 1804 to 1881, and Rudolf Virchow in 1821 to 1902. The cell theory developed with the advent of technology. In modern version, it includes the following. Energy flow occurs within cells. Heredity information or DNA is passed on from cell to cell. All cells have the same basic chemical composition. What is cell? A cell is the basic or fundamental unit of life which has a chemical system that able to maintain its structure and reproduce. All living things are composed of cells. Organelles are structures that enable the cell to live, grow and reproduce. Organelles can be seen with the use of light microscope. There are different organelles found inside the cell. Let's start with cell membrane. It is the outer layer of cell. It allows nutrients into the cell and wastes outside of the cell. Another organelle is the cytoplasm, a jelly-like fluid contained in the cell that holds the organelles. Nucleus could be considered the library of the cell. It contains all of the genetic materials used by the cell like DNA and info on how to make all of the cell's proteins. The nucleolus in the nucleus stores materials that will be used to make ribosomes and cytoplasm. Mitochondria is considered the power plant of the cell. They must have oxygen to make ATP, which is the cell's energy, so that is why we need the breath. For very active cells, there are thousands of mitochondria. Ribosome, site of protein synthesis. It makes proteins, which make up the cells. The endoplasmic reticulum is like the FedEx or UPS of the cell. Substances move through tubular connections from one place to another. The endoplasmic reticulum is responsible for delivering proteins to different parts of the cell. Remember the lipids and proteins that were being delivered by the Earth. When the Golgi complex or apparatus gets them, they modify and package the proteins and lipids and ship them out of the cell. It is called Golgi because it was discovered by an Italian scientist named Camillo Golgi. He was the first to discover the organelle. The lysosome. When a cell engulfs a particle, the lysosomes bump into it and pour enzymes into it. Then the particle is digested by the enzymes. Sometimes lysosomes break open and pour out the enzymes into the cytoplasm. This will kill the cell. Vacuoles are found only in plants. It serves as the storage of water and food for plant. Also it has the task of excretion of waste materials. Can anyone tell me what happens when you don't water a plant for a couple of days or week? It goes limp and the leaves droop. Vacuoles that are full of water and air support the cell. When the water and air is lost, the plants go limp. That is why we have to water plants. The pressure that the water uses to keep the plant upright is called turgor pressure. The strength of billions of cell walls will be able to make a tree stand up tall and their huge limbs. Cell walls are made up of a material called cellulose. Cellulose is a material that is intertwined together. It resembles a blanket or even like hash brown potatoes all piled up. When the plant cells are stacked on top of each other and next to each other, it looks like building blocks, or for another example, like Tupperware plastic containers stacked up together. Plant cells need energy too. Because plants don't ingest food like we do or animals do, they have to make their own food. Chloroplasts uses the sun's light energy to make sugar. The sugar is then used by the mitochondria to make energy. Study the summary of plant and animal cell. In here you can identify the organelles present only in plant, which is the vacuole and the chloroplast. Let's do the activity. Learning task number 1. Try to recognize the organelles. Choose your answer from the box. Nucleus, mitochondrion, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, chloroplast. Learning task number 2. The organelles are giving their job description to you. Can you identify which organelles are they? 1. Hi. My responsibility is to add stability and protection to plant cell. What am I? I am cell wall. 2. Hi. I produce protein inside the cell. What am I? I am ribosomes. 3. Hello. I have a green pigment called chlorophyll. I also absorb solar energy to do the process of photosynthesis. What am I? I am chloroplast. 4. Good morning po. My work is to store food materials and excrete waste materials. I take a large space in plants. I make the leaves of plant fresh. What am I? I am vacuole. 5. Hi. All organelles are embedded in me. I am a jelly-like substance. What am I? I am cytoplasm. Learning task 3. Study the picture presented below and relate the cell parts to the parts of a factory. Choose your answer from the text box. Learning task 4. Determine whether the organelles are found in an animal cell, plant cell or both. Put check mark on the column you choose. Learning task 5. Read carefully the objective, materials and procedure part. Prepare the needed materials for this learning task. Remember, this needs your creativity. Let's answer the guide questions. 1. What kind of cell were you able to make? Answer. Plant cell. 2. What make it animal or plant? Answer. It is plant because of the vacuole and cell wall. 3. What are the parts you included in your own cell model? Answer. Nucleus, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondrion, lysosomes, vacuole, and cell membrane. 4. What do you feel after you have done your work? Answer. I feel happy because I am familiar with the different parts of the cell. 5. If you are going to do it again, how will you improve it? Answer. I would use some realistic materials to make it more creative. That ends our lesson for today. Please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more video updates.